president of Mexico is a lovely woman, but she is so afraid of the cartels that she can't even think straight. If Mexico wanted help with the cartels, we would be honored to go in and do it. I told her that. I would be honored to go in and do it. The cartels are trying to destroy our country. They're evil.
All right. Well, President Trump, they're confirming Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum rejected his offer of sending U.S. troops into her country to help combat drug cartels. Sheinbaum saying U.S. military presence in Mexico is going too far. President Trump calling her afraid. All of this coming as the Trump administration boasts of record achievement on illegal immigration in the first 100 days. Border correspondent Ali Bradley joins us live from Texas. And Ali, you spoke exclusively with the Border Patrol chief.
Yeah, Nichole, and the Trump administration has long been putting pressure on Mexico, saying it's not doing enough when it comes to human and drug smuggling. And in an exclusive interview with Chief Banks of the Border Patrol, he said law enforcement down here is not going to back down, is not going to take its foot off the gas against the criminal cartels down here when it comes to securing the border. Now, Chief Banks says that as the U.S. puts that pressure on the cartels, it's getting more dangerous for law enforcement as the criminal organizations are currently battling each other for territory in order to freely move people and drugs through Mexico, and then they could potentially push forward toward the United States. Chief Banks says he supports the U.S. using any and all available resources to go after the cartels. Take a listen.
We knew that as we started squeezing that balloon along the southern border, that traffic was going to push to the coast. And we've got Secretary Noem has the Coast Guard out there patrolling our coast. In the first 100 days, we've seized over 250,000 pounds of hard narcotics that would have gone to the streets of America. We've got DEA, we've got Marshals, we've got ATF. If you are a law enforcement agency in the federal government of the United States, you have been brought into this fight against illegal immigration into this country, and everyone is out there fighting it every day. And that's why we're seeing the record lows that we're seeing, because we've made it a whole of government approach.
Now, the chief goes on to say that they're throwing everything but the kitchen sink at the cartels, which does include the deputization of at least 3,000 Texas military soldiers with that immigration authority. Now, the chief tells us that more than 80 illegal immigrants are now facing criminal charges for trespassing on a U.S. military installation as the administration is creating what they're calling these national defense areas along the southern border. There are currently 2. There is one that hinges in Fort Huachuca in Arizona, covers much of New Mexico. And then there's also one that is annexed on Fort Bliss in El Paso as well. And Chief Banks, Nichole, says that we're going to see even more of these national defense areas or these NDAs along the southern border as they continue to secure it and fight back against the cartels, again, giving the military a little bit more leeway. And they're actually making these apprehensions as well on the Roosevelt Reservation. Nichole.
All right. So, Ali, also talk about this new announcement of the federal government providing some financial assistance for migrants who self-deport.
Yeah, and today just so happens to be DHS Secretary Kristi Noem's 100th day in office, and kind of pulling out all the stops on this one. They're actually helping migrants who are here in the United States illegally self-deport. They're helping them with a little financial incentive, if you will. So here's what we know. The agency announces, quote, historic travel assistance and stipend for voluntary self-deportation. DHS says the first recipient has already returned home to Honduras, saying that individual was living in Chicago. Now, DHS says that if people use the CBP Home app to self-deport, they're also going to get a $1,000 stipend once they return to their home country. Secretary Noem saying, quote, this is the safest option for our law enforcement and aliens and is a 70% savings for U.S. taxpayers. Currently, the average cost to arrest, detain, and remove someone in the country illegally, over $17,000. DHS saying, hey, we already have tickets that have been purchased and lined up for the rest of this week and also next week as well, Nichole. So it sounds like people are taking advantage of that kind of incentive that they're putting out right now. Nichole.
All right. Ali Bradley live for us there along the border. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.